This is Ishita Datta, legal intern at Lexis & Company, and today I will be talking about the topic which is national emergency. Being a federal country of its own kind, it acquires unitary features during an emergency. This was the particular reason Dr. B.R. Ambedkar called the Indian federal system unique because of the unitary features of emergency. Emergency refers to a period of governance under changed constitutional setup that can be proclaimed by President of India. The Constitution of India states three kinds of emergencies. First is national emergency, which is in Article 352. Second is President's rule, which is state emergency, Article 356. And third is financial emergency, Article 360. In this video, we will be putting light on Article 352, which is national emergency. In this video, we will also discuss about national emergency, its grounds, and its proclamation and its impact. So national emergency is the most extensive among all the three emergencies. So in Article 352, it is given in our constitution and it can be declared on the grounds mentioned in Article 352 Clause 1 and can only be proclaimed by the President of India. Article 352 authorizes President of India to proclaim emergency when he is satisfied that a war, external aggression or internal disturbance or threat is endangering the security of the whole or part of India, created a grave emergency in the country. However, Article 352 Clause 3 states that such proclamation by President cannot be made without any given written advice by the Union Cabinet, and such proclamation must be placed before the Parliament for the approval. Now I am talking about the procedure for the approval of national emergency. The written advice is given by Cabinet to the President. The Cabinet includes the Council of Ministers and Prime Minister. Cabinet will then, if satisfied on the mentioned grounds, Article 352 will get passed to the President. If President is satisfied with the written advice given by the Cabinet, it will proclaim or declare emergency. National emergency will also be affected all over the state the moment the President proclaims national emergency. But the question is whether the emergency should continue or not will be passed to the Parliament for further approval. So approval from the Parliament should be given by both the houses. So the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha by approving the emergency by special majority. So there are two requirements of special majority. First is 50% of total strength of both the houses should approve the emergency. Second condition is 2/3 of the members of the present and voting should approve the emergency, and these conditions of special majority are included by the 44th Amendment of the Constitution. Before the amendment, the Parliament had to approve the emergency by simple majority. But when approved by the Parliament, the national emergency will be valid for the next 6 months. National emergency can exist for indefinite time, but Parliament at once can only approve the emergency for 6 months. After 6 months, if President thinks national emergency should continue, then the whole procedure of approval by Parliament will be followed again. If approval by the Parliament only given by one house or not given by any house, then the emergency will exist only for 1 month. So what is the revocation of the national emergency? There are two ways to revoke a national emergency. First is if the President deems fit that the conditions for which emergency was proclaimed no longer exist, then the President can revoke the emergency. Second condition of revoking of emergency is if the Lok Sabha disapproves the national emergency. So after the 44th Amendment, approval of emergency became tough and revocation of emergency became very easy. The proclamation of emergency ceased to operate on the expiry of 6 months unless the continuance approval by Parliament is not passed. So what are the grounds of national emergency? To answer this, there are three grounds under Article 352 on which a president can proclaim national emergency. The first one is war. So when a country declares formal war against India and then there are violent tussle using armed forces, then it will be called the situation of war, and then the President of India may impose national emergency on this ground. The second ground is external aggression. So when a country attacks India without any formal declaration of war or any unilateral attack on India, it will be called external aggression. So President in this case can proclaim emergency. The third ground is armed rebellion. This term was inserted by 44th Amendment of the Constitution. It is when a group of people rebel against the government of India which leads to destruction of property and lives will be called armed rebellion. Before the 44th Amendment, this was known as the internal disturbance. So national emergency declared on the grounds of war or external aggression is known as external emergency, and national emergency declared on the grounds of armed rebellion is known as internal emergency. So the proclamation of national emergency. So there are three instances when national emergency was declared in India. The first was 1962 China War, which is an external aggression. Second was 1971 Pakistan War. Third is 1975 declared by Indira Gandhi, which was an internal disturbance. So the first national emergency was imposed in 1962, which was called the China War. So what happened in this? China attacked India on 26 October 1962. As a reason, the president announced the first emergency on the ground of external aggression under Article 352. President under Article 359 suspended all the fundamental rights, including Article 21 and Article 22, and even the leaders of the opposition and members of various parties were arrested on grounds that their activities are against the national interest of the country. On 21st October 1962, war with China was over, but the emergency continued. Amid first emergency armed conflict took place between India and Pakistan in 1965, and this armed conflict converted into war. So on January 1966, heat between India and Pakistan settled down and an agreement was signed between both the countries known as the Tashkent Agreement. Everything was normal, but first emergency still existed till January 1966. Major appeals and international focus compelled the government to dismiss the first emergency. The second situation was national emergency was declared was 1971, which was Pakistan War. So on 3rd December 1971, due to an attack on India by Pakistan Parliament, the Parliament enacted a Maintenance on Security Act, MISA, or Kofi or POSA Act, and Government Defence of India rules. These three acts were made for the reason of preventive detention, and due to these three acts, central government got more power, which was heavily misused. Many arrests, custodial deaths and encounters were reported, just like the first emergency. Second emergency continued even after the war was finished between India and Pakistan. So during 1974, the president proclaimed that under the MISA Act, no one can enforce fundamental rights through the way of courts. Before the revocation of the second emergency, third emergency was declared. So what was the third national emergency? It was in 1975, which was declared by Indira Gandhi, who was our prime minister then, which is because due to the internal aggression. So the Prime Minister of India, Smriti Indira Gandhi, declared national emergency under Article 352 on the grounds of internal disturbance. The famous case of Raj Narayan versus Indira Gandhi in Allahabad High Court in election petition held that Indira Gandhi was guilty of corrupt practices and was disqualified of her public office. So the court also held that the Indira Gandhi will not hold any public office till next 6 years. So Indira Gandhi appealed to the Supreme Court against the decision of the High Court, but the Supreme Court was on vacation. So the opposition was demanding Indira Gandhi's resignation by the way of widespread agitation in the country. For this particular reason, Indira Gandhi on 25th June 1975 declared national emergency on the grounds of internal disturbance without the consent of the Council of Ministers and sent a written application to the President. So modus operandi to proclaim emergency is that the President can only proclaim emergency on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, but this time only on the direction of the Prime Minister, the President declared emergency. The third emergency, 1975, was the most restrictive among all. Constitutional rights were curtailed, leaders of various political parties were arrested, and many insensitive programs were affected like slum clearance or family planning, etc. The total censorship on press was also imposed. And finally, on 23rd March 1977, this emergency was revoked. So what is the impact of the national emergency? Article 353 states that during national emergency, the central government can use its executive powers to the extent of giving this direction to the state. The parliament can make laws relating to the matters listed in the state list given under Article 353 Clause B. And according to Article 354, the arrangement of revenue between states and union can be altered by the centre. So what are the effects on fundamental rights in a national emergency? First is Article 358 during national emergency. So the fundamental rights given under Article 19 will be suspended automatically and there is no need for the President to proclaim so. However, the 44th Amendment 1978 changed the Article 358 and puts a restriction on Article 358 that only when the national emergency is declared on the grounds of war or external aggression, the fundamental rights under Article 19 are suspended. Second is Article 359. It states that the suspension of other fundamental rights except Article 20 and 21. It states that the President has authority to suspend all the fundamental rights from Article 12 to 35 except Article 20 and 21 through proclamation. So this is it. This is what a person should know about the basic facts of emergency. And in this video, I had covered the national emergency. Thank you so much.